Hey, Singapore, this week, Saturday, the 26th of July, we're going to be here at Sides. Come down and meet the AFTV team. Myself, Cecil, Lee Judges, Turkish, James, Curtis, the whole crew's going to be here. So make sure you check it out.
And just so you want to know where it is, at the Boogers Plus Mall, the 3rd floor. We're going to be here speaking to you, all you fans, everyone around Arsenal, meet and greet, and also we can talk about our new signing.
Check us out at Sides. Hi and welcome along to AFTV. We are over here in Singapore. First of all, if we get into this video, I want to big up Matt, right? Big Arsenal fan. We're actually at his house at the moment. Unbelievable apartment in the heart of Singapore. If you're wondering why the snazzy shirt and all those things, he invited us round to dinner. This has been absolutely brilliant. Matt, thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it. It's an unbelievable place.
Rob's playing it down. This is just one of his spare places around the world, you know.
I'll tell you what, I wish, man, this is right down my street. I'll tell you, this is absolutely beautiful. But that's not what we're here for. The big news that's been breaking today has all been about Alexander Isak. Now, the Newcastle team actually staying at the same hotel that we're staying at. And we were saying that we're going to try and tap Isak up if we see him around the hotel. However, Isak will not be at the hotel. He will not be here in Singapore because he has not travelled with Newcastle. Now, earlier on, the news was that he didn't travel because he had some sort of reoccurring thigh injury. And when we heard that, we were all sort of like, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Then subsequently after that, you started seeing lots of different stories coming out from journalists, including Fabrizio Romano. A couple of his tweets. This is one of them. He said, I understand that Alexander Isak remains a target for Liverpool even after signing Ekitike, but depends on Newcastle. If Newcastle open the doors to an exit and Liverpool sell Diaz, they can bid after direct contact made 10 days ago. Isak not in concrete talks with Al Hilal so far. And before that, he said, breaking, Alexander Isak has informed Newcastle of his desire to explore a move this summer. Club aware of the player's plans and will now decide how to move. As the reports, I think it was originally broke by this guy, Craig Hope DM, on Twitter. Newcastle have already restarted exploring a move for a top striker in the market. Looking like Alexander Isak could be heading to Liverpool this season. Liverpool going to have some sort of team. Obviously, they've been looking for a striker. We thought, with them getting Ekitike, that was the end of it. But Romano, they're saying they might get him and Isak. We, of course, are on the verge of announcing Victor Gyökeres as a new striker for Arsenal. The question for you is this, Curtis, and for you guys out there. Should Arsenal also bid for Isak? Maybe forget that left-hand sided target and just try and go and get Isak? Or is it a thing like, listen, we've got Gyökeres, that's our guy, forget about Isak, let's try and get even like a Eze instead? What would you do?
Do you know what? This is a tough one because Isak is that guy is a game changer, isn't he? The quality, the celebration. I've always looked at Isak and said, that's an Arsenal player.
Yeah.
Number 14, the way he operates. I mean, look, we do need a left winger, but part of me feels like they should be in that Isak conversation as well. Do you know what I mean? Just pure firepower. Even if you go to the Kroenkes as Arteta and say, look, I know this is going to be a huge spend in summer, but even if it affects next summer, we're not going to need a lot next summer. Can you imagine having Gyökeres and Isak at Arsenal? And not only does Isak to Arsenal get him to us, it stops Liverpool having him. So you're stopping the champions from buying. I would say Isak, along with Haaland, is the best striker in the league, isn't he? Until obviously Gyökeres arrives, hopefully he rips up the place. But I don't think it's realistic just because of how Arsenal operate. I think they're going to say, look, We've now chosen Gyökeres over Sesko. We need that left winger. We'll look at maybe Eze or somebody. I don't think Arsenal will change their plan, but part of me just thinks we should be making phone calls like, yo.
Yeah. The thing is about it though, let's just say, for instance, right, Isak was open to it.
Yeah.
And the Cronkies were like open to it. Said, all right, listen, we'll forego that left-hand sided player. We've got a couple of left, we've got Martinelli, we've got Trossard, we'll keep them. And we'll get Isak maybe instead. Yeah. Forget the Eze thing. But what about Gyökeres though? Because Gyökeres might be like, well, hold on a minute. I'm coming here to be the main man. Now you're bringing in Isak as well. That could affect him. And it is interesting, right, that I was saying to you guys earlier that about a year ago, I was chatting to a Swedish fan at Arsenal. He was at a game. And he was saying to me, at that time I was saying to him, we need to get Isak. That's who we need to get. Bring in Isak. That could help us to win the league. And he was saying to me, nah, Robbie, what we really need is Gyökeres. He goes, for Sweden, Gyökeres is the main man, not Isak.
Yeah.
He goes, for Sweden, Gyökeres is the guy who plays that right down the middle. He's our centre forward. He was saying to me that Isak almost operates wide.
Yeah.
Or they play in almost like a 4-4-2 to accommodate Isak, he was saying, which surprised me. So do we just need to look at it and say that, listen, our priority is a striker, which we've got now, and a left winger. Go and get that left winger, get an Eze or a Rodrigo or somebody like that. Or is it, no, let's just go all out for him? Because, there's stopping Liverpool, but then you've got to look on it and just say, you can't just operate like that where you're just trying to stop teams, can you?
No, if you look at it like this, Gyökeres is going to be on a big wage. Isak wants 300 grand a week. Havertz on 275. Jesus injured on about 240, 250. No club can have 4 strikers on that wage. Unless you could sell Havertz now. Jesus is injured. So the Kroenkes are not going to allow that. I think what Arsenal have got to do, though, is we've all had this feeling, maybe Arsenal might try and push Madueke on the left and not buy a left winger. If they see Isak going to Liverpool, I think their thought process has got to be, we've got to buy a top quality left winger. Even if we break the bank for a Rodrigo, because Liverpool are showing that they're trying to dominate football now. You win the title and this window could be 400 million. It could be one of the biggest windows ever. So our mentality's got to be, okay, maybe we should say, don't panic that Isak's going to Liverpool. There's no guarantee it works. He's had the odd injury. He is a fantastic player. There's no doubt about that.
No doubt.
But we've got to hope Gyökeres comes in, bags a whole heap of goals. Saka's top quality on the right. I just think they then need to go for what I would call a blockbuster signing on the left.
I actually agree with that as well. I actually think, listen, you've got to credit Liverpool. If they're going to get Isak, they've made moves. They've made big moves this summer. It will be an impressive signing. But we've gone for Gyökeres. Gyökeres is the player that we've gone for. And I'm happy with that, right? I'm with you. Address that left-hand side. We watched that friendly last night. Martinelli was a bit lackluster. Listen, you can't go too hard. This is the first game of pre-season. But I look on it and say to myself, you can't just keep following what someone else is doing. You've got to do your own thing, right? And we see, let me just give you an example of that, right? When everybody's there saying, look what Liverpool are going to have. They're going to have Salah on one side. They're going to have Isak down the middle. Then they'll have a left wing at Wirtz. We need to try and stop that. But if you look at La Liga last season, right? Real Madrid, they had that Galactico front three. They had Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo, Endrick, Bellingham. You just figure to yourself, what's the point? Let's just give up. But they didn't win the league. Yeah. It was actually Barcelona who won it. And players stepped up to the plate. Yeah. You had like players like Lamine Yamal, Rafinha. These got Rafinha, who they were looking to sell the previous summer, stepped up. Where now people even saying he should be the Ballon d'Or winner. Let me give you another example. PSG, Mbappe, They used to have Mbappe, Neymar, all these
Messi.
superstar players, right?
Yeah.
But it didn't work. When those players left, it's Doué, Dembele, Kvaratskhelia. That's been their front three. So Arsenal have got to get what's going to work for them. You've got a striker now in bringing in Gyökeres. You've got, like you said, a brilliant player on that right-hand side that we know of top quality in Saka. You can even back him up with Madueke. He was a good backup. But that left-hand side now, I feel if Eze comes in, the pressure is on to go. Sorry, if Isak comes in, the pressure's on Arsenal to go and sort out that left-hand side.
Yeah.
So that side is of similar quality to what we have on the right. Balanced teams is what win leagues.
Yeah.
Not just chasing Galacticos all over the pitch. And I'm not saying in any way that I'm faulting Liverpool, because I feel that it'd be a fantastic move for Liverpool. And let's not forget the unfortunate circumstances that Liverpool find themselves in with losing Jota to that horrendous accident. They need a striker.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense for them. But for me, Arsenal, our focus, as much as I'd love Isak, as I wouldn't complain if Arsenal got involved in the conversation, and maybe they should. But for me, the priority is that left-hand side. Go and get an Eze or a Rodrigo on that side. Don't leave that side short. Have quality there, quality on the right, and then we've got our own answer to an Isak down the middle in Gyökeres. That's the guy we've gone for. That's who we have to back. And that's what I'd say about it.
I think you made a great point about Real Madrid. I mean, they added Mbappe and effectively got worse because the balance wasn't there. And I think also we do owe an element of loyalty to Gyökeres, that he's said no to all those clubs to come here, and then to just sort of say, well, Isak's coming, so you're going to have to maybe, it might affect the dressing room as well. So listen, I think the glitz and glamour, like you said, we'd all love to see Isak come into Arsenal, but I think we need to kind of stay on track and say, look, we've got our striker, we've got our right winger, let's just get that top quality left winger and that attack can be set. So I think we've got to sort of stay patient and not worry too much about what Liverpool are doing.
Okay, well listen, I want to find out from you guys. Let us know in the comments. Should Arsenal, and I want production, I want you to put a poll on this. Should Arsenal go for Isak as well, or should we be content with what we've got in Victor Gyökeres and get a left winger instead? Let us know in the comments below, either by telling us, giving us your reasons why, either way. Also vote in that poll. But it's starting to look like Isak could be on his way to Liverpool. Should Arsenal cheekily get involved in this, put the money up and maybe say, nah, come over here?
Come over here, man.
Let's see. Thanks for watching. And also, once again, big up to Matt and to all the fans over here in Singapore. I mean, absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much for your hospitality. And we'll see you on the next one.